Welcome to the Never Ever Met
Hey, what's
recap
up?
panel. Okay, it is your girl Trees from Shade in the City.
ReallyBTV, we are here.
Okay, for the Never Ever Met, which we thought we would never ever be here again, but here
Child, I
we
never
are.
thought we'd be here again.
Okay, we never thought. But yeah, our girl Nels is out today for a family emergency. So prayers up for her. And yeah, y'all, happy Sunday, fun day. Hopefully the weather is nice where y'all are because it is cloudy out here and it looks like it want to get cold again. And I'm confused because I pulled out my summer clothes last week. So hey,
girl, you should. Well, then if you weren't paying attention to the news, okay?
Don't
you
do
know
that.
how it go up, it go down, it go up, it go down.
Right.
Child.
Hey, Lock Queen. Good morning. Good afternoon. Forgive me. JB says what? Hey, boo. Danielle, how you doing? Welcome. Charlie had me cussing my TV out. Literally, we were backstage and I really B was like, let me save it for when we get up there. Because she was, yeah. So I'm sure we're going to spend a lot of time on Charlie, okay? And let me add, forgive me, I'm the reason we're late, but I did that. I got pictures for y'all because we know we're not going to remember these people. It's only episode 1. So I took the time to make sure I got y'all some good pictures. So that's why we're a little behind schedule, but I appreciate y'all being here. Hey, Chuck, welcome. I never wanted to watch this again and didn't. Okay, well, JB, we appreciate you being here regardless. Hey, Southern Belle, welcome. All right, y'all. So let's get into this intro and then let's get into this show that we never ever thought we would be doing again, y'all. Let's get shady. And can I just say they played in our place again? I really absolutely think they do for a whole nother season. But let's get shady. All right, y'all. Hey, Tawana. Welcome. Hey, Itty Bitty. How you doing this Sunday? All right. So I'm going to get and break down our first couple. All right. I'm sure we're all going to have a lot to say. So first we meet, wrong person, Charlie. Okay. Charlie is 34 years old. She's from Dallas, Texas. And she says that she's been in this virtual 4.5-year relationship with
Boo number 1. Go ahead.
Well, it's so funny because I said as soon as they do anything past a year, really be gonna be like, get out my face, because we already been here, right?
Boo,
Yo, you know what's so crazy? We'll get there, but really, is it really like cheating? Because technically, like you said, if we just talking for 4 years, we pen pals.
We just pen pals. It's not cheating. My issue is. We're gonna get there, child. Just keep going. but no, it's not cheating.
Tawana said that's the hoe with the baby. I don't want to call her a whore, but yeah, she's the one with the baby. Tawana. Kay Calloway, hey. Chuck said, what is this show about? Okay, so the premise of the show, Chuck, is supposedly these are supposed to be couples who have only dated online. They have not met each other in person. And so this is so they wait until they can get on the show and get a free flight and free room and board. And I mean, let's just call a thing because there's no other reason why you should have never met this person if you were really that interested. Now, I'll give what's the 2-month or 3-month couple, I'll give them that. But even still, if you, as we said all last season, if you really want to see somebody, you're going to make it happen. So the fact that some people have been a year, 4 years, it doesn't make sense. But that's the premise of the show, Chuck. So don't look, you ain't missing nothing for real. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Say, Chuck, don't even stress yourself, boo. It is not that.
You ain't missing nothing. Hey, Chef Don Boo. I hope you are feeling better. Lock Queen, hiding kids, child, the ghetto, and irresponsible. That's exactly what it is. Chef Donta said, I'm glad you said supposedly. I'm just right. Because I think that they all be lying. Half these people I don't think really be together. That's hot. It's not cheating. If it's real, you gonna make time to fly out. Right. JB says, what in this day and age, baby, you could fly Spirit. Okay. Okay. Chuck said, that's some bullshit. It absolutely is. But you know what, Chuck? Ain't nothing else on. Ain't nothing else on. Okay. and then if you really want us to add insult to injury, Detroit is coming back next week. So guess what? Next week we're gonna be up here for a double header. A double header. You're gonna get 2 bad shows in one, but you get to see us. Okay.
Not 2 bad shows in one though.
Because that's what's about to happen. Kay Calloway said it's a lot of fake and foolery. It absolutely is. When is the Mama Son show dating? I think that's coming on next Friday as well. But I can't even hold you. I seen the previews last night, and I don't know if I could entertain that.
Maybe I'm not watching that shit. I'm not. They can listen. OWN gets one bad dating show out of me. This is it. They got this and they got Ready to Love. That's all they're getting out of me.
That's all they getting. Look, Tawana said not double foolishness. Absolutely.
The only reason why they're getting this is because they decided to put Ready to Love on a 6-month hiatus.
Right. Or because honestly, we wouldn't have done this. We wouldn't have. Gabby,
Chuck. We love you, boo.
Oh, thank you, Chuck. We do appreciate you. Gabby said, don't kill your brain cells trying to watch all those bad shows. Girl, look, somebody has to do it for y'all, the people. You understand? We're doing our civic duty. Okay. All right.
Doing it for the
people. Okay. So then let's get into Jared. He is from Columbia, South Carolina. He is 32. Apparently the two met back in high school.
No, they went to the same high school, but they didn't know each other. According to her.
Facts. Thank you for correcting me. You're absolutely right.
They went to the same high school, but she's 2 years older than him, so she didn't know him.
Yeah, because she was a senior when he was a sophomore. Yes,
right.
So correct. So they apparently had mutual friends on Facebook, and instead of being the gazelle, she decided to be the lion and slide in his DMs. Okay, and so she says that they've been talking every day since for the last 4.5 years.
Minus 9 months, but okay then.
Well, remember they said the communication was getting sketchy.
Whatever.
He is not going to entertain this at all. Like, so anyway.
Hey, boo. Hey, T.
Oh, T's in the chat.
All my boos are here. Chuck, T, Don,
I know.
JB. Look at all my boos in the house. Yes.
Mariah. Hey. I hope I didn't mispronounce. Is it Mariah? If it is, that's really pretty.
I believe it's Mariah. I always want to make sure I said it right.
Right. I actually like this.
Xavier?
Chef Don says he likes this season better already than the last. So I don't know. I thank y'all for reviewing the shows that I refuse to watch. Again, that's what we're here. We're here for the people. That's why we're here for the people. Katie, how are you, boo? Chuck, is his head huge? Who are you talking about? I don't think he got a big head. I think it's just the picture and the way that I cropped it that make his head look that big. Hey, Xavier, how you doing, boo?
Y'all. She's starting already.
Well, I'm just saying.
The boy got a big. Look, if the boy got a big head now, the boy just got a big head.
I got to play advocate. So anyway, basically she lets us know that there are things in her life that she has not been honest about with Jared. In the casting video, we then learn that she felt that Jared was messing around. And so she went out and for a night on the town and met
one night only.
Right, one night only. And then that baby came on. It came on, okay. And so, yeah, she got a whole. I think when they did the video, she was 8 months pregnant, and now here, showing up in this process, she is literally 1 month postpartum. I was telling ReallyB backstage. I said her breast ain't even stopped leaking yet. I'm sorry to get vulgar, like it. She's probably not with even out of her 6 weeks yet. Which means she's probably fertile as all get out, and he don't even need to touch her with a 10-foot pole right now. Because as we know, and I ain't shaming nobody, but then we learn, I ain't gonna jump ahead, but then we learn she's fertile as let's just put it like that, okay?
We'll get,
without giving y'all the ending. All right. Good afternoon, Miss Gigi. I ain't never, and they ain't either with this cast. Charlie left her baby at home to chase. Yes, she did. Absolutely.
She did. And did T. And did.
Xavier, Charlie is a man clown and she's dangerous. I feel so bad for her kids.
Mm.
Can you imagine if this is still on and they're able to find it in the archive somewhere? Can you imagine going back to look at this and be like, Masa, you left me at home? Like, I can't. Auntie Eva, hey, how you doing, boo? I didn't watch the show yet, but I've heard. And yeah, it's a lot to hear about. Chef, I don't care for Charlie because, ma'am, what? Yes. Gabby said nobody caught on that the milk field tatas. You know what? I don't think I did notice it. I guess because I was like, oh, she got a nice.
I didn't notice either.
Okay, yeah, I was like, she got a nice little booty. I think that's where my, for her cup. I just thought she had a nice little rear end for, her group. Okay. So let's get into you want to introduce us to Alicia and Irvin?
Let me find my notes for these.
Look, I texted her yesterday, y'all. I said, really, B, you better have your notes together before we get up here.
Alicia and Irvin. Irvin and Alicia. Okay, so Irvin is from Haiti.
Did we get his age? Oh, he's 44. He's 44 and from Massachusetts, too.
Oh, you wanted me to take them kind of notes. I'll do better next week. I don't have all of that. Sorry.
And that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I
do better next week. You see my notes just be like, lady with the baby.
Okay.
I mean,
oh, God. Look, Gabby said, really, B looks over it already.
Listen.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to be here for these people. Okay. Oh. But he is from Haiti, and she. What we know about her?
Okay,
Charlie up there. Take Charlie down, child.
Charlie. Let me get Charlie out because they don't like her. The people don't like her. Okay, so what was I talking about? Alicia. That's Alicia.
Yeah, Alicia, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I still got to get used to these people, but Alicia and Irvin. So Irvin is from Haiti. What about Alicia?
Alicia's 36. She's from somewhere in Pennsylvania, and she's dating Irvin, who's 44 from somewhere in Massachusetts.
So you mean to tell me and how long they've been dating?
They've been dating for 5 months, and
I was going to say I get them a 5-month pass, but I won't because
Massachusetts and Pennsylvania not that far.
Massachusetts, y'all could have met in New York.
Absolutely.
Y'all could have met in New York. Y'all could have spent some Christmas time together in New York. Y'all could have went to see the ice skaters. Y'all could have saw the Christmas lights. Like, y'all could have met up. Okay, I don't know what part of Pennsylvania you in, but it don't matter. Girl, you could have got on a train, plane, automobile. So, no, I don't get him no past 5 months because that's the Christmas holidays and stuff again.
Right. So, Kai, we gonna get into that, but yes, there's absolutely.
We're gonna definitely get into that kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's another reason why I feel like they're playing in our face. Because now you're recycling people from other shows, and it's so not saying you could have never ever met someone, but it just is given. We just needed to cast somebody in this spot,
or be honest about the situation. Because from my understanding, and we can get into that, but from my understanding, even how they met is they're not even being honest about how they met. But we can get into that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna get there.
From my understanding.
Chuck says, call it, rename it this regret and desperate. Well, and let me give y'all, I ain't gonna hold you. Irvin is a handsome guy, in my opinion. That's Irvin.
I know. Irvin, if you're watching this show, call me.
Okay.
Irvin is cute.
He is. He's very cute, very handsome. And Tiffany, Alicia is too uptight, in my opinion. So I don't know if anybody else picked up on this same thing who watched last season. Doesn't she remind you of the girl from last season who didn't really want the boy to touch her? She wasn't really into him, and she, she said she had all this trauma and stuff like that. And not saying that she didn't, but it's almost like a lot of the characters I can find characters from last season. That's why I said I feel like it's absolutely casting. And it's not authentic.
Kim, I'm sorry, did I say your name wrong, boo? Kim, my bad.
Oh, is it Kim? I'm sorry, Kim. No, that was me. I said Kim. My apologies, baby.
And I probably said Kim too, right behind you. My bad.
Oh,
Kim, you know I know your name. You know I know you.
Mm-hmm. But I do agree with you, Tiffany. But no, let me know if y'all saw the same similarity. I believe the 5-month relationship before I believe the 4-year one. Exactly. Like I can give some people some grace and be like, yeah, you know,
your 5-month grace. Mm-hmm.
You stupid. Jeff Don said Chris is from Ready to Love. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Right. We gonna listen. We gonna get to him. We ain't at Chris yet.
Right. Slow down, y'all. Slow down. Look, they said it's so bad. Why are y'all playing with us like this? Because look, it's only 15 minutes, y'all. We gotta drag it out. So Gabby said Irvin looks like he could be your child, really be. Ooh, oh, shoot. I said. La Queen said Irvin is fine, but I was.
We're not gonna just run right past that. Hold up. What do you mean? He looks like he could be my child. Ooh. Are you saying we look alike? Because the man is 44. So no, he couldn't be my child.
Chuck said not really.
I'm confused I'm just a little confused. Okay, you can go ahead. I was just a little confusion. That's all. Ooh.
La Queen said Irvin is fine, but I was married to a Haitian and child never again. LC Charm said that chick from New York with the struggle braids.
Yes, that was her. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Tawana, just say no to Haitians. Got it. Y'all are terrible. Okay.
Okay. She said that wasn't shade. Okay. Because I was a confusion now. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah. She said it wasn't shade, really be. She meant that. Look, Tawana said she called you old, girl. She called you. Look, I feel like this. If what's the name? Drea can do it, why the hell can't really be? Okay.
But he's 44.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And
I could see if he was 34. That man right behind me.
I would not be judging you. If he was 34, I wouldn't judge you, child.
Child, he right behind me in age. Yeah.
You stupid. Okay. Are we done with them? Are you done with them? Alicia and Irvin for the most part.
I mean, until we get to their date, I guess. Yeah.
Right, you're right. And the only thing that I guess we need to know about Alicia is she's up here because she's trying to find her person. She's tired of being a girlfriend and she feels like she deserves to be a wife, right? So let's move on to Tatiana. She is 31 and she is dating, I believe his name is Clavasier. But we're gonna call him.
First of all, can we start with his name?
I knew you weren't gonna let it go. I really knew you weren't gonna let it go.
Did his mama think we was gonna notice that she named that boy Cavassier and just added an L in there?
I knew you or the chat, somebody was gonna catch it and not let it go by. Oh God, y'all are terrible. Gabby said, I didn't hear his age first. Okay. Tawana said, I feel the same way. If this man could date younger men, we can too. Women, we can too. I absolutely agree. Chuck said, yeah, I was more concerned about the Haitian part. Damn, y'all. B is younger than me. Alicia needs to slow all the way down. Okay. Janera said, y'all really got Really Be reviewing Ready to Love again and Never Ever Met. He's an on-time god. Yes, he is. Okay.
Not an all-time god, though.
Yes, all-time god. Like Queen said, Tatiana gives alpha and it ain't gonna work. You know that stuff? I actually really like Tatiana. I like her. Well, so far, I like her vibe. LC Charm said, yes, that's his name. Buster in the house. Y'all are funny. Gabby Janice said, his mom must have been drunk. Y'all are terrible. I was so done when I heard his name.
I don't know what the hell.
Nita said, Pastor Cavlassier. Pastor Cavlassier said, Buster, hey, you see them girls rolling, hey, and it looks like that ain't just swollen. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. That's actually one of my favorite Buster songs. Alicia is a little attitude is a little off-putting. I absolutely agree. So anyway, y'all. So yeah, she's 31. He is 28. She lives in Los Angeles. He lives in Atlanta. Let me pull. Do I have Clay? Oh, y'all, I actually forgot. Hey, how did I forget Clay? Cause he ain't, I mean, his name might not be cute, but he ain't bad looking. I'll have a picture next week, y'all. My bad. So anyway, they've been dating for 8 months virtually. He lives in Atlanta, she's in LA, so that can make sense to me. She's also in school and she's a mom. So I can understand why maybe you haven't been able to get on the same page in 8 months. And she said that the red flag for her is, if there's dishonesty, and she just hopes that, whatever she learns about him that she can deal with. So y'all weigh in on your thoughts on our good girl Tatiana and Clavasier, aside from his name. LC Charm said that's one of her favorite Busta songs too. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, give me Alexis and Chris, really be.
Okay, so on the show, Chris is from Texas, Alexis is from, where they say she was from? Pennsylvania, I think, right? Philly?
Yes, she is. No, is she from Pennsylvania?
I thought they said Philly. Yeah.
You know what's so funny? As crazy as it is, I have everybody else's, but this is the one couple I don't have. I'm sorry. Let me find while you talking. Let me find Alexis. That's Alexis, y'all, in the middle of our screen.
Right. Now, is Alexis older than Chris? Because she kept stunning him like she's older than him or something.
She's 10 years older than him.
Okay. Because she definitely kept stunning him. And I was like, what is going on here?
And that's our boy Chris, which, of course, we know he was on Ready to Love.
Now, Chris was on that good Ready to Love. Okay. Now, I found it interesting that I feel like Chris's twang was a little more twangier when he was on Ready to Love because he was on that Texas edition. But maybe it's just me. But from my okay, so I'm gonna just skip through the bullshit. From my understanding, Alexis runs the Ready to Love Facebook chat.
Oh.
And I guess that is how they originally linked up, because she allegedly runs the Facebook Ready to Love Facebook group. Well, one of the Ready to Love Facebook groups. And the timeline is off as far as when he was on Ready to Love, when they met, when they started dating, from my understanding. So honestly, we're just going to call this whole storyline bullshit.
Okay. And I'm with it because I thought I was the only one. That's why I said, oh, y'all really playing in our face. That's what we doing. Okay. She said it's her monotone voice. May I never have to be 4950 on a show for the never ever met Neither the D. Kim said, oh, really? Yes. Moaya said sometimes people's accents are stronger when around people with similar accents. I agree.
And I want to give credit where credit is due, because Kamisha Reviews put that information out. So I want to make sure I give credit.
Right.
From my understanding, that's where I got that information from. So Kamisha, and y'all know Kamisha has been doing Ready to Love for a very long time.
Right. So
I believe her when she said this is the lady from the Ready to Love group chat. I believe her. I believe her.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, y'all. So yeah, she's 47, he's 35. But she said that, she met him because, they met through a mutual friend, apparently, which really be told us that was bullshit. And then she asked him
the mutual friend, what might have been a producer.
Right.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it could technically be true and be a lie. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, right.
Uh-huh.
Well, apparently she asked him for a pic of his. Yeah,
and that was just crass.
Thank you. And then apparently they have been talking ever since. So I was like, so that's what it is. Because she said she wasn't into him at first, but apparently once she saw his peen, then she was all in. And it was. They're just. I'm not rooting for them. I don't think that.
Yeah, I thought that was really crass when she was like, I asked him for a dick pic, like, and she said it so nonchalant, like, I asked him for a dick pic, like.
Yeah. Look, it said I saw the first season of Ready to Love and couldn't finish the full season. Yeah, so for some people it's a hard watch. is it like a Ready to Love fan group chat? I think so. I think it's kind of
Yeah,
one of
it's
those.
it's a because I might be a part of it because I used to be in a bunch of those groups like Loving Marriage Huntsville and Ready to Love. I was in a couple of those groups over on Facebook, but I hardly ever go to Facebook anymore. So
Right.
I may technically still be in the group, but I couldn't tell you nothing that's going on. They might have kicked me out. With some of them groups, if you inactive, they'll kick you out at a certain point. So, child, they might have kicked me out.
Chuck said the power of the peen.
Child.
Gabby said he must have had a third leg. Nita says she's a little slow, but couldn't take a little tongue, but prefer a peen pick. Okay. Xavier said at least she's forward. Okay. Or should I say less than smart? Okay, Nita. I do think it's giving, for her to come off as confident as she is. I do think that whole story kind of negates that, if that makes sense. But all right, let's get into Kiki. I like Kiki. She's a little cutie. Kiki is 29 and she is messing with Brandon, who is 30. And Brandon is not bad on the eyes either, but I don't like Brandon because y'all know I like my wine. Okay. So me and Brandon would not get along. So Kiki is from Atlanta. Oh, go ahead.
No. We can get to that. Because that was interesting to me, but we can get to that. Go ahead.
Right. So Kiki's from Atlanta, Georgia, and she's been dating Brandon. Here we go. Y'all ready? 4 years. This is what's so crazy. So I knew Really B was gonna have a problem with this. And y'all weighing in the chat. I'm not that familiar with certain parts of the South. Once we get past South Carolina, well, no, I do know Florida. But yeah, if it's not on that trail to go to Florida, anything that moves over, like when you start talking about Alabama, Mississippi, I don't know nothing. But if I'm not mistaken, Georgia is really not that far from Birmingham, Alabama. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Please correct me.
Listen, it's not. Listen. My nephew went to my nephew went to Alabama State. Well, not nephew, my little cousin. Anyway, he went to Alabama State, which is in Birmingham. No, it's not Birmingham. I'm sorry. It's in
Lauren. Shout out to Lauren.
It's in Montgomery. It's in Montgomery. And when it's in Montgomery, and when he was at school, it was cheaper for us to either fly into Atlanta or fly into Birmingham and drive to Montgomery. So it's not that big of a difference. It's a couple of hours. It's a couple of hours at most. Again, I don't have it in front of me, but I know if we used to fly into Atlanta or fly into Birmingham and drive up, it couldn't have been more than a couple of hours. Okay, everybody is saying 2 hours. Yeah. But let me say this, I'm not going to give her a pass because I still think 5 years is ridiculous. But I am going to say that because it sounds like they planned to meet a couple of times and she would always
she flaked
back out. She has self-esteem issues, which I find interesting that she'd be willing to go on a television show. But she was worried that when they finally met, he wasn't going to really like her because even though she was honest about being a BBW, maybe she felt like she was too big for him. Even though he saw her and he told her he liked BBWs. But
so I wanted you to address. I'm sorry, not to cut you off. When you're done, I want you to address this because I did see it in the comment and I was like, really be because I know you brought that up before. How for some people it's really just a fetish, and it's not like they really like the person.
Well, I'll get to that. Okay. So what I'm saying is, as a big girl who I'm being very transparent, y'all. I had that situation happen to me one time. I met somebody. This was years ago because it was over the phone through a mutual friend kind of thing. And when you don't feel confident, and we made a couple. This was way back when I was like in high school, whatever. But I did the same thing. But again, I was in high school. I wasn't a grown ass woman, right? But I did the same thing. Like we scheduled to meet a couple of times, and I blew it off because I was like, I don't think he's gonna really like me when he see me in person. Because my self-esteem was where it was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Right. But again, there's a big difference between I was a high school student and now because I'm grown as fuck. So
you're so grown as fuck.
But the thing about
not your cancer mug. I like that.
Oh yes, girl. Cancer.
And look, got the 69 on it and everything. You better go ahead.
But I will say this. there is such thing, and we had this conversation before, and I've had this conversation offline with Treese. As a BBW, sometimes you just have to be you. When I say you, I mean in general, like me, or there is a such thing as a fetish, right? And you don't want to feel like you're somebody's fetish. Like everybody has a preference, right? You like light skin, you like dark skin, you like tall, you like short, you like whatever, right? We all have preferences, but there's also a point where something becomes a fetish, and you don't want to be somebody's fetish.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having that conversation with them. Like, it's one thing for a man to be like, yeah, I like BBWs. Great. I appreciate that. I'm a BBW. That's great. But there's just, I can't put it in words, but it's just a feeling where you start feeling like, okay, is this really what this person is attracted to? Or is this like is it like a fetish for me, for them, I should say. So,
right.
So yeah, it's kind of, so I don't know if this is a fetish for him. I haven't been around him long enough to get a vibe. You know what I'm saying? I haven't never to get the vibe, but I'm wondering. But are we at the date part yet? Or wait?
Okay. I'm gonna move on. We're getting there. Really be said, girl. I ain't got much more to give.
No. I'm not rushing you. I just don't want to speak ahead of what we.
I get what you're saying.
So, I'm not rushing you, child. It is what it is, yeah. When I get off of here, me and JB are going to be doing our Beyond the Gates at 3:00. So I just got to be off here by 3:00. Okay, we're going to be doing Beyond the Gates. Okay,
I'll make sure you off here by 3:00, girl. We won't be too much longer because we ain't got much more to give. So then we see Brittany. Brittany is 40 and she likes Ty, who is 38. Okay, and he likes his hats. Reminds me of a former person on the show. So yes, Brittany is from Houston, Texas. She's in a relationship with Ty, who is from Los Angeles. They've only been dating for 3 months. Now, this to me makes sense. LA to Texas is kind of a big jump, and it's only been 3 months. Y'all still really getting to know each other.
Yeah,
so
3 months isn't a big deal. Like, I can see.
I don't think it is.
3 months is not unreasonable for me. To me,
I agree. So, he slid in her DMs, and then, oh no, I'm sorry, that was Kiki. My bad. I'm in the wrong person. She likes the fact that he's an alpha male and looks forward to him taking charge. And apparently, she has like, what is her son? Is it 3-year-old? Does she have a 3-year-old son? That boy look older than that. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, she's looking for a father figure for her son. That's what she,
I will be your father figure.
Oh man,
hand in mine. I will be your preacher, teacher. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I thought it's funny that you said that because literally yesterday, coming home from soccer practice, Jalen wanted to sing Last Christmas. Mind you, it's April 6th.
Yes, Jalen. It's never a wrong time for Christmas music.
Listen to Wham at 6 years old and be like, Last Christmas. He right. Was boy. I said,
It's never a wrong time.
It's never a wrong time for Wham, right? Mm-mm. So, all right, y'all, let's move on. I think this is the last couple we got to meet. Sinko. He is 30, and then we meet Jay, which I ain't even gonna hold you. I kind of like Jay. She's 30 as well. Now, I think Jay was the one from Philly, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, maybe I got it wrong.
Yeah, and I don't know why she gives me that Philly vibe. So I definitely see that. So he's from Atlanta, Georgia. He met her on IG. They've been dating for 5 months. They claim they're both in exclusive. Well, she didn't say that, but he said they're in an exclusive relationship. He hopes that she says the same. And basically he likes her because he feels like she's a good mother and he doesn't have any kids, but he obviously knows that, she already knows how to do that. Okay. And apparently all she's concerned about is his height.
Well, she's concerned about his height and some other things because yeah.
Right. And so, I mean, honestly, I ain't even gonna hold you out of everybody and all the dates, and we about to get into that. I honestly feel like this was the only couple I actually think stood a chance. Like, they actually seem like they have genuine chemistry. He gives me the vibe. He doesn't mind taking a back seat. She's definitely an alpha. And it works for them. He clearly likes he likes that. He likes being catered to, and she likes doing it. Like she said,
Kim said he kills father figure down to the karaoke. You need to send me a video. I need to see that. Oh, and Kim, you asked the question, how do you know the difference? Honestly, I can't put my finger on it. I can only tell you, I just get a vibe. For me, it's when that's how you lead with everything. You know what I mean? For me, like I would, hey, kiss my cheeks, hey boo. I've dated people before, or been talking to people, and it's like when when they oh, I just love, I love BBWs, I love BBWs, I just love the BBWs. I just feel like when that's your only conversation with me, then it starts to make me uncomfortable. Because again, I'm a BBW. If you're attracted to me, clearly I know you're attracted to BBWs. It doesn't need to be your whole conversation every time we talk. And I'm not saying that makes it a fetish. I'm just saying, for me, that's when it starts to feel a little like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean?
No, because I ain't even gonna hold you. I feel this. That's why I can't. I personally, and I ain't judging nobody that does. That's why I can't do somebody with a foot fetish. I don't want to hear about feet. I'm not that into feet. I don't like feet. I ain't got ugly feet. I don't even want to, outside of seeing them up on the thing when they getting pedicured. I'm not a feet person. So that is not a thing. I don't want you staring at my feet while I got some shoes on. Like, because I am a shoe person, but I'm not a foot person. And that would annoy me. So I understand where it really is coming from. Turnip Greens. Fetish implies something someone likes in private, but won't openly admit in public. Okay, I like that. LC Charm said,
okay, that's
interesting. I do. LC Charm said, I dated a white man, and my ex and his friends said that he was fetishizing me. He ended up marrying a Latino woman. Still loves me. I love him too. Good guy. Okay. But I mean, look, everybody got their experience. Nita said, Ty gotta have that hat. Yep. Chuck said,
I think that was cute too, that they did the love and basketball thing. I thought that was really cute.
No, and Chuck, what I mean by taking charge is she led. And we see, and the only reason, oh, what is my neighbor's dog? Y'all hear that?
I'm about to say, when you get a dog, girl, I was getting right there, when you get a dog. I have a dog, yo. Like, hold on, I done been to your house a couple of times.
Now, I'm real cool with my neighbor, but clearly he's at the door. He said, let me in. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. That was so what I meant by that, Chuck, is that we see on all the other dates that the women go into their first date and the men are planning them. And she even says when she's in the confessional, and I'm not trying to jump ahead, but she even says in the confessional on their date, she didn't need him to plan the date. That's what I mean by taking charge. She says her love language is acts of service, and that's how she wanted to show up. So he was the only guy that I guess was cool with being like,
oh, house. Yeah,
right. That was allowing her to do that. So that's what I mean. And not that I think that anything is wrong with that, because clearly their love language, in my opinion, it seems like their love languages match, but maybe I'm wrong. Kim said 3 to 6 months. Okay, 9 months iffy. 1 year is the limit. I absolutely agree, Kim. 100%. LC Charm, he is too goofy for her. You talking about Sinko? Kim said, father figure down. I kills the father figure down to the karaoke. I know
which one is the one that they went on the parasailing date? Is that
that's Ty with the hat. That's Ty.
Oh, that's Ty. Okay, because Ty was a little goofy to me.
Yes. Nita said Sinko is cute as long as he smiles with his mouth closed. Well, damn, Nita. Chuck said they terrible. If we don't say it, the chat is. Chuck said I may have to catch the rerun, but no promises. Okay, Chuck. Well, I appreciate you. She's very in her take control era, right? Elsie, it was a perfect date. They both like bad. And literally, I think I had that as a screenshot. I may have that photo, but I literally labeled it love and basketball because that's what it gave you. If you look, if you catch it, she's in her take. If you're catching up what I'm putting down, okay. Kiss my cheeks, hey boo. It's the pandering. What do you, Xavier? What do you mean it's the pandering? Are you talking about
the fetish thing? He was talking about he was answering about the fetish.
Okay.
You behind on the comments. He was talking about the fetish thing.
Chuck said, "Yes, we feel the fluffy flux can feel the fetish."
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the dates. Go ahead, ReallyB. We know they meet Taronda. She come to the house, tell them what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be living together, all that good stuff. And then jump to who was the first date? Oh, it was our good girl Charlie. Let me see if I got their pottery date. Go ahead, girl. Oh, that's the photo shoot. My bad. I ain't got pottery. My bad.
Can I be honest? Okay, so they went on this pottery date, and I thought it was so obvious that I don't know if production told them to ask certain questions or whatever. I'm sorry, y'all. On this show, I just gotta say production. I know y'all hate when we be, but I just gotta say it because was production telling you to be like, so you sure there's nothing else you need to tell
Want
me?
to tell me, right?
So I know everything. Because both of them asked that of each other. So it's like, but now we find out both of them have secrets. So it's like, I really feel like, was this something that production told y'all to ask? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they do meet. Yeah, Chuck. The whole show is about them actually meeting, right? So she was all playing coy, like, no, you know everything. And he was like, okay, all right, you sure? And so honestly, that's all I remember from this date. Because in my mind, I was like, this woman is hiding a whole fucking baby from this man. And let me explain something. I understand that he said that the FaceTimes, that he knew something was up. I'm sorry, I think I'm skipping ahead, but
No, you good.
That the FaceTimes weren't what they used to be, and you know, he knew something was up or whatever. But my thing is this: listen, it's not just about the girl. She told this man she was having hernia surgery when she went and had a baby. You never heard the baby crying in the background? Like, did she only talk to you when the baby is asleep? Like, her face.
That's what it was.
Bigger? You know what
That's
I mean?
what it is. Because when he said it went down, I knew something was wrong when it went down to talking 1 or 2 times a week. Yeah, because that baby won't playing with her, and there was no way she could sneak in, especially if she's breastfeeding. That means that baby was up every 2 hours or so. Maybe she could have called the baby while I was sleeping, but every new mom knows that's a very small window you get, and in that small window, you doing laundry, you're trying to sleep yourself, you're trying to cook. It's so I can understand why she ain't have no damn time to talk to him. That's just 100. Like,
right, no, right. Kiss my cheeks, highlight her thing.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't post no pictures from a baby shower.
Right.
You didn't have a gender reveal. Like, y'all not on each other's social media. Girl, stop playing. Stop playing. Like, y'all playing in our faces with this. If y'all think I'm about to sit here and believe that this woman had a whole baby while she was dating this man, he ain't no shit, and they've been on. Because again, if y'all are dating via social media, you mean to tell me that at no point in time, are y'all on each other's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook? Like, y'all met on Facebook. You said y'all got 60-something mutual friends. None of them mutual friends was at your baby shower?
That part.
Nobody posted and linked you to it? You didn't see shit? Stop playing with me. I'm friends with all my Facebook. I'm Facebook friends with all my high school people. That's how I really keep in touch with anybody going for high school, because I don't really talk to them people like that.
Right.
I see everything because we all linked. Now, a couple of people I done had to block that I went to high school with.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, we all see each other's stuff because we tag each other, we link each other. Child, bye.
Look, Gabby said I had her in her surgery. Ain't no joke. But I think the highlighted comment is Tiffany. Who's watching that for? And I said the same thing. And I can't speak. And maybe because we know she has more kids, I can only speak for me. And when I had my first child, and let me tell you something, it was hard to go. I remember, I think it was after the first or second week, I came home and my boyfriend was like, go. You need to go. It's okay. Go out with your friends and go to dinner. And not to be TMI, I couldn't make it through dinner without my boobs leaking. Because my child was like, and that was a real thing. I was away from him, but even as away from him, trying to be an adult and do adult things, so I don't know how she's doing it. I ain't gonna hold you. And that's the part that makes it even crazier to me, because I wouldn't even want to leave my child for that long. I didn't want to go down the street to have dinner at the harbor, and Billy B can tell you how close the harbor is to me, and I didn't even want to go that far.
Listen, let me say this too. The other thing I want to bring up too is she came later and said not only did he tell her he only had 1 kid, come to find out she got 3 other kids. So now together she got 4 kids. Again, you never heard no other kids in the background. Nobody ever came up and said, Mommy, can I have some oodles or noodles? Mommy, can you help me with my homework? Mommy, Billy hit me and made me cry. Mommy, Sandy stole my shoe. Like, you got 3 other kids in that house and this nothing? Stop it. For 5 years, again, if it was one of these 3-month relationships, one of these I would even say one of these 5-month relationships, I might give it to you. But y'all been friends for y'all been on 5 years and you got 3 other kids. Stop playing in my face. Like, you really, production.
Either production or he wasn't really, and I'm, you know me, I gotta play advocate. If we're not gonna blame production for this, right? Look, here go really be. When she do the side turn, y'all, she about to get on me.
Trees. I gotta call you by your real name. Trees. Girl, stop it. Listen, I can't have a conversation with you on the phone and not hear Jalen for something. Right?
That's true. Right? That's true. That's true. That's true. Okay.
You had 3 other kids, Trees.
Okay. Yes. Look, I ain't even got a dog. Now y'all got a dog today. So to your point,
and you saw my face as soon as I heard that dog barking. I was like, because I'm thinking, I said, Jalen, and talk them into getting a damn puppy. I was about to be like, what?
So I don't know about y'all, and I really want y'all opinion. For me, if this is true, and she really has what is it 3 other kids? Because he knew about the oldest one, so she had 2, the baby, and now 2 more that he didn't know about. Because I think she said their ages were 7 and 5, and then she has the 1-month-old. I don't know about y'all, but to me, I don't even think that we should see her past this episode, because how do we move forward when you absolutely lied about having kids? To me, you're denying your children, and that's disgusting. We can't move forward. Go ahead.
Turnip Greens has a good point. Maybe she doesn't have custody. Now, if those kids don't live with her, then I can see that. If those kids don't live with her, then okay. But, and maybe that's why she only told him about the 1 kid, because maybe the other 2 kids do not live with her. Now, that's a valid statement. Now, that's very valid. That's valid. But I need clarification. I need some clarification.
Okay, can you take over while I try to get rid of this dog that I don't own?
Oh, Lord. Okay. She want me to take over. She know good and damn well I don't know nothing about what's going on in this show. So okay, let's talk about the people who went paragliding.
Would be Jay. The next date would be Jay and whatchamacallit, they basketball date. I mean, did anybody feel a way that she had pizza for him? That's all she could offer was some pizza.
Well, no, that ain't all she offered him, because when they got back to the house, she offered a lot more.
Oh, well, that part I guess. Hey, you know what?
So
and what did she say? She likes acts of service. She likes acts of service. She said that's her love language.
Child. So that's true too, Tiffany. I don't trust people that don't acknowledge their kids. Ooh, that's a
Yeah, no, to me that's a deal breaker. That's why I ain't even gonna hold you. When they showed us the preview for next week, I was a little disappointed the fact that I even saw her in the clip, because I feel like she should be going, like they should be going home. At this point, he should be telling her, we can't move past this. How do we move past the fact that I ain't got no kids and you got 4? But maybe his secret is just as bad and he can move
I was going to say, he said he got a secret too, so we don't know what he about to come out his mouth with. Hell, he might have 4 or 5 of his damn self and they about to start a damn basketball league shit. I don't know.
Nita said in the trailer they show her leaving crying. Okay. She's still with her baby daddy. That's what La Queen said.
Oh, that could be, listen. Can we talk? All right, what's the BBW couple? Kiki.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to our girl Kiki, because I do like Kiki. That's Kiki and Brandon, and apparently, what do we call him, y'all? The Riesling Wrangler and the Prosecco Police. And I can't deal with nobody.
So let me say what I want to say about this date. Okay, so first of all, I thought that, and I understand that you might have been limited because we know production is paying for these dates and stuff like that. So maybe you were limited, but I love the idea. If you know that she deals with self-esteem, right? Y'all have been dealing with that. You know that. And y'all are now going on television. I love the fact that the first thing he did was try to create something that was going to make her feel good. But here's my problem. First of all, I do not feel like you should have included lingerie. Y'all could have had all kinds of outfits for her to wear that wasn't lingerie. I didn't feel like you needed to have lingerie. The second one, I feel like and maybe because they already do hair and makeup for the show, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he didn't feel like he needed to do the whole glam of it, and that's fine too. But I did like that because I felt like that took some thought into it, that there was some thought there. He knew who she was, and I want to make you feel good. I loved that. I did. Now,
I love that too. Hold on. Okay, let me address Kiki. Do you love me? Are you riding? Yes, Gabby. You know me and really be jukeboxes up here. So
right, exactly. Now the down.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead, boo.
I agree with you. I think I love the uplifting, but to your point, I can see how, in my eyes, him trying to get her in as least clothes possible could give like the fetish vibe. And another thing, to your point, they're supposed to know each other. But one thing that bothered me was, so how do you know that I don't? And I understand it's online, so you could fool somebody. Maybe you're not drinking on camera, whatever. Maybe somebody doesn't know how much you drink, but it sounds like he's not a drinker and she is. And I feel like if we've been talking for 4 years, that's something that's absolutely been established. But go ahead.
So here is where, and I know he's getting a lot of heat. I watched Kamisha's review the other night. I know he's getting a lot of heat, but here's what I'm going to say, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. I think what we may not know, maybe Kiki has a drinking problem. Remember, they've known each other for 5 years. Because remember when he said to her, he asked her about how much she was drinking, and she said, I'm trying here, I'm trying. Her response to me wasn't, well, dang, I only had one drink, or dang, I'm just trying to loosen up. I feel like she may have a drink, and I'm not saying she's been through Alcoholics Anonymous or anything like that.
I was going to say, you think she's a Karen Hugo up here? No, you think she's a
but I think, and again, we'll wait to see how the show progresses. But I'm wondering if in the 5 years that they've been together, that they've had arguments around alcohol. And maybe they had a conversation about her limited drinking on the show. I could be wrong, y'all, but I feel like the fact that he just seemed to bring it up out of nowhere, because even when he poured her to drink and she was like, you ain't pour me enough, and he was like, I poured enough. I feel, and I know it's coming off that he's trying to control her and he's trying to be her daddy, but I'm wondering if it's coming from a place that he knows. And I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt until I see more, because again, it ain't gonna take long if he's just trying to be her daddy and he's just trying to boss her around. It ain't gonna take much. But I'm wondering, y'all. I'm just wondering. Right? How Karen get in this? Right? Yeah.
I was just saying, y'all. I like Karen. I'm just saying, but I think that she was also in denial. Look, Chuck said we see each other, Tree. So that's a good point. I'm just saying. But I will say this though. I'm gonna be honest. I did see it. I do like what I forgot who it was. It was Anita that said maybe he has some issues with parental relationships or prior relationships and trauma around alcohol. So I could see that. Miss Gigi said, I do believe that alcohol may be problematic for her. Janera, maybe Kiki has even said she wanted to cut back and he's holding her accountable. Okay. I like that, Janera. Nia says he feels triggered. It's probably some late night drunk calls and texts that have alarmed him. Okay. So y'all, maybe Kiki could be a mean drunk. Okay, Xavier. Oh, what happened to Really Be? Where'd she go? Child, she done popped off. I thought that was on purpose, and she done fell out the chat. Oh, she said she had to reboot her computer, y'all. She just texted me, so she'll be back. Kern got sniped. Who's Kern? I'm sorry. Oh, Kern. My bad. And look, I said it that way too and still didn't get it. My bad, Chuck. Elsie Charm said maybe she is drinking for confidence and he thinks she should be comfortable equals no drinking. Okay. With all of the theories, I guess, because I don't ever want anybody to be like monitoring or like now if I'm getting ready to get in a car or something and they know I'm not getting an Uber and they're like, yeah, spend the night or something like that. Absolutely. I can respect that. But yeah, I don't do people standing over me and like monitoring how much I consume. Okay, Gabby, she says she doesn't drink because of the family drama you saw growing up. Okay. And Moaya, I absolutely agree. Why bring alcohol to the that's why I was confusion, y'all. I was really confusion. Danielle said off topic, do you two do Beyond the Gates together? We don't, Danielle. I actually do daily recaps, over here at Shade in the City, but I do know and we got to get y'all out of here because Really B and I believe JB are getting ready to cover for the week this week or last week's episode of Beyond the Gates. So yeah, let me keep this party rolling. All right, so the next date we see after Jay and Sinko and they do the basketball, they had a pizza and whatever. It wasn't much there. Then Brittany has her date with Ty and they go parasailing. And he's hopeful that their chemistry is the same as it is online, of course. And I'll be in the chat, Danielle. Have no worries. I saw your comment. I'll be in the chat. Please understand that. So yeah, she likes that their conversation is so easy. Ty brings up cruising around the world. And then, of course, she has to remind him, hey, Ty, I have a whole baby, okay? A whole human being. I think I forgot how old her son was, but obviously she's a single mom. And like we said, she wants to make sure that he can step up. And he says, well, we can take him along with us. And, she asked him kind of how he feels about being a father since he's not a parent, and he obviously says that no, I'm open to the idea. And that was another one where I was like, again, Ty is too goofy. I agree. Else, well, I don't know. So here's my thing: if we've clearly talked about kids, so that's why I don't know if we just needed to have the conversation on camera, but we should have already had this conversation where I know you're open to kids. Am I right or am I wrong? That parasailing date looks so fun. It did look fun. And I know y'all say he's goofy and he's a lot, but for me, who would have had a lot of fear and anxiety on something like that, because I don't like heights. Like I'm getting ready to go to Costa Rica next month. And I am terrified of like zip lining over the rainforest and doing all that adventurous stuff. I'm gonna do it. But I'm probably going to close my eyes the whole time until I get to the other side because I really don't like heights like that. So, yeah, I would have needed someone who could be humorous and bring the laughter and, kind of calm my anxiety because, yeah. Oh, Dollface, that's a good point. Maybe Kiki had mentioned losing weight and she's still drinking. But Ty does seem to be into her. So Really B talked about the date with Kiki and Brandon, so we can move on from that. Then we go back to Irvin, because I think this couple is going to be a repeat of the Chicago couple from last season. We go back to Irvin and what was the girl's name? Alicia. Okay. He does a Haitian compa dance class, which I like. Y'all know I used to live in Miami, so I was around the Sapase, okay? I was around them. And I love me some curry goat. I do. Okay. He wants to expose her to a little bit of the culture. She's a little bit reluctant. And because she doesn't want to be as close on their first date. She ended up liking it. And then says that, she felt safe with him. And, Irvin seems to like the vibe as well. They go up to the rooftop after, and then they're supposed to be sharing like some cute romantic moment. And he thinks he can go in for a kiss, but she's like, nah, bruh. And so, I mean, it was given real. It was given real, excuse me, miss, what's your name? It was, can I take you out tonight? But it was real cute. It was real cute. She's the one who said she wants to take charge, man. You talking about, no, who's the one you, Brittany possibly? Yes, she did say she wanted a man to take charge. You're absolutely right, Chuck. Dollface, maybe she mentioned, you already said, I already read that. Sorry, babe. Tiffany, but Ty seems to be into her, said that too. Child, I got stuck zip lining in Costa Rica. So Mel, let me tell you something about that. And I'm sorry, not trying to go off topic, but I'm scared as hell. And I actually am not, I refuse to go down without a guide. I refuse to go down without a guide. I'm not getting stuck in the middle of nobody's rank, hanging over a waterfall. I'm not going by myself. I refuse to. If that's the only way I can go. Janera said, I'm not a heights gal either. I tried to zip line and chicken out every time, harnessed and all, still backed out. I would love to conquer that. Girl, the only way I'm gonna do it, the same way I do roller coasters, my eyes are probably gonna be closed most of the time, but I can say I did it. Right? Tawana said, Trish, be careful over the water, the jungle water slide in Costa Rica. We almost lost our lives on that thing. Damn, y'all are scaring the hell out of me. Jesus Christ. And look, and I'm gonna do the hanging bridges, y'all. Danielle said, Alicia had me confused. She's giving very awkward. Girl, I love me some curry goat too. Yes, I loved it. I pulled the stop cord too early. Okay. And see, that's what I would have done. Alicia is rigid. I absolutely agree. And Elsie Charm says she's more reluctant. She's more reluctant than she's pretentious. Tiffany said Alicia was acting like a man and was trying to sleep with her. And I understand boundaries, but girl, please. I agree. Hey, Quake. Hey, boo. So yeah, y'all, where's Really Be at? We almost done with it now because I'm about to again send y'all over there to do the Beyond the Gates. Chris has the romantic date planned with Alexis, right? So we know Chris from Ready to Love, Alexis, they have a beach date. She basically asked him for a public apology because you've been playing in my face. And I don't know if she meant because he went on a show, and I guess maybe he might have possibly met somebody else and dated them and stopped talking to her, that's why she felt that he did her wrong. I didn't really whatever, but he apologized and he played stupid too. Like, well, I don't understand. But he ended up coming back. They good now. And she just wants to ensure that he ain't gonna push her to the side for another pretty young thing. And he promises that won't happen again. But I think that's bullshit. Oh no, not Elsie Charmed. I was thinking the same thing. I don't want to age shame nobody, but I absolutely was thinking the same thing, baby. It's okay. It's okay. So, Alexis says that she feels like this was necessary for them to move forward, this whole conversation. So then we see as we get back to the house, it's going to be real quick, y'all. Jay goes back. She plans to sleep in Sinko's room because, her room is too small. She need a big bed. And she feel like, she going to go ahead. They end up showering together because she's like, we might as well go ahead and get it out the way. Ain't no point in us having, sexual tension and me not knowing what that do. So I might as well find out today. And that's what I'm assuming that's what they did to make sure that they're compatible. And so then we see everybody get back to the house. I got to bring our favorite character up. We get back to the house and we see Charlie. She's struggling to tell Jared about his child. She has to leave and go pump. She even has to leave and go pump. All right. And so her baby is only 1 month old. All right. And finally, she decides to wake him up in the middle of the night and tell him that, hey, by the way, got 2 older kids that you didn't know about. And I just had a baby a month ago. And he's like, well, why didn't you? And so he was like, I knew something was going on. And she was like, well, why didn't you say anything? And then he obviously lets her know that he has something to share with her. And I said, y'all, this is them playing in our face. And I don't know why we're doing this. I don't even know why we're doing this. I hate when the Alexis is a goofy, because that's my name, making us look real bad. Don't you hate that? That's why it can't be too many Latrices. I hate you. Because y'all can't. Like that one that I don't even watch Bill Collector, but I just hate the fact that we share a name. I swear to God. LC Charm said, I'm down with the shower and the sleeping arrangement. Okay. Shower sex is the worst. How can you get accurate measuring, Xavier? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a shower sex girl either. I'm not. It's slippery. And unless you got that scruff where you could hold me up and I make sure, but I ain't trying to catch an injury, be up on what's that show they used to have on TLC where people be in emergency room for having real kinky sex. I'm good. Janera said, baby, when she pulled that pump out like a CPAP machine, right. Up here come Really B. She back, y'all, but I'm waiting for her to connect. Here she go. Mawaya, I'm still flabbergasted she agreed to the show. She was pregnant when they auditioned for the show. Absolutely. And that's weird as hell. Auntie Eva said that is so wild to me, her pumping on the show and leaving an infant behind like that. Really big. Welcome back. How do you feel about
Hey y'all, I don't know what happened. My computer just Hey, I don't know what happened. My computer just went crazy. Can y'all see me and hear me?
Yeah, we can see you. Really big. How do you feel about shower sex? That's where we are. That's where we are. You left and came back, and we talking about shower sex.
Well, now
Chuck said, hold up, shower sex. Yeah. Okay, are you talking about you're saying hold up? Because I was gonna say, how they be trying to hold you up. I forgot what movie they was in where they had a shower sex and he be holding her, lifting her up. I'm just saying you gotta have the scrim. You gotta have the strength to do that.
I don't see nothing wrong with shower sex. I don't see anything wrong with shower sex. And again, if they're at that place in their relationship, like we don't know what they was talking about when they was on the phone with each other. You know what I'm saying? They might have been phone boning and everything else for the last however many months. So, listen, clearly he was all right with it and she was all right with it. They were consenting adults, honey. She said, listen, ain't no need us wasting each other's time. If we ain't sexually compatible, ain't no need us playing that game. So
not we gonna face the faucet, LC Charm.
Oh, my mom.
Okay. Charlie better have a good relationship with her baby daddies, because as soon as she act up, they taking them kids. If she got them, Xavier. Really be already.
If she had them.
I think that Really B already said that earlier. She probably ain't got them kids. And that's why she was able to get away with hiding them. Danielle said the lady for Chris better not come for nobody and get on this TV screen without any shapewear ever again. Danielle, it's Sunday. You are terrible, especially on Sundays. It's okay. I love you. Xavier said, oh, you talking about Mimi and Nikki. That was a mess. Mimi and Nick. One of those. Yes. That's his. Oh, Nico. Yes. That's what I was talking about. Mimi and Nico. Look, clearly y'all know videos that I've watched. No judgment here. We don't kink shame. Chuck says shower sex is better than phone sex. I don't know about that. I'm here for the phone sex. If you got the proper equipment and toys when you're, phone sex it's underrated. It's underrated. Okay. Look, LC Charm said, I forgot it was Sunday. Me too, child. Me too. But Really B, we pretty much got through the episode. Do you have anything else to say about Charlie and her? I think you already said what you need to say about Charlie and her kids that she don't claim.
Child, I just think that's a whole mess. I think production playing in our faces. I forgot how this show would go. So somebody got to go home. Is that what it is? Somebody gets eliminated every week?
No, I think the only reason why whatchamacallit got eliminated was because they got into that altercation. No, I think they're supposed to stay the whole time.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, y'all let me know. Give us y'all predictions on what y'all think is, if these couples are any of these couples are real. All right. If you have, I want to appreciate all the 102 people across both of the platforms. We appreciate, love you. If you have not already, make sure y'all hit that like button.
Subscribe to the channels, both of them.
Yes. Make sure that make sure you comment, and y'all also make sure that y'all hit that notification bell so you know when either one of us are going live on any of the channels. And y'all make sure that y'all go over to Really B's channel in a couple minutes, 15 minutes. I got a 15-minute break. Go over there and watch the Beyond the Gates. I will be there in the chat messing with them because y'all, as y'all know, I've already done my week, but I'll be over there messing with them in the chat and y'all. So yes, and we got Real Housewives coming. I know Really B is. You're gonna do your live tonight. And you got the Whether You Like It or Not panel coming up tomorrow.
Monday night, it'll be at Ya's house. The Whether You Like It or Not panel will be at Ya's house. So it'll be on my community wall if you are not subscribed to Ya, although you should be. But it'll be on my community wall, and it'll be on our Instagrams as well. So
yeah, y'all stay tuned. And make sure y'all catch us. We're doing our recap of Power tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I'm going to do my Power at some point today. I may do it as an upload though, but I will do Power as I've already watched the episode, so I'll do my review at some point today. And like I said, it may not be a live; it may just be an upload, like old school, like I used to do. Right. And I'm and this love after lockup situation, child. They already down to social media cutting up, child.
Oh well, if you want to, we can talk once we get backstage. Because have you done your recap for that already?
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched this week's episode yet.
Okay, well, look, we'll talk backstage. Janera, yes, we love the channel link ups, and we love, honestly, y'all coming and supporting us. Y'all clearly like us together, and we appreciate it. That's why we keep doing it. And I mean, we actually like each other in real life, but we appreciate right in real life. Okay, I told Really B the other day, and this is going to be a funny story, but she was telling me something about my hair while we was on a trip, and I can appreciate it. And I said at that moment, I knew she was my real friend. She was my real friend, because I said anybody else would have let me walk around looking crazy, and she said something. I appreciate that. So, and LC Charm, Well, actually, let me take that back. We're doing Raising Kanan. So let me not. We're doing Power, but it's Raising Kanan. So if you
it's not the original Power. It's one of the
it's right. And she may not have watched that either. But yeah, we're doing Raising Kanan tonight. I believe it's episode 5. I think they're gonna take a break next week, but we'll be doing that. So please, that interests you. Y'all know I'm dropping my daily recaps of Beyond the Gates every day during the week. And yeah, we appreciate the love and support. Y'all go ahead and support Really Be. And yeah, we'll catch you next week for another round of foolishness that we never ever wanted to get into again. But we love y'all. So y'all have a good night, have a great weekend, and have a great week. Bye-bye.